Okay, guys, before we start with book number one, I wanted to do an honorable mention just because you guys should be reading this book every single day, and that's the Bible. Let's see. Oh, I have it in my car right now, so I can't show you guys. But the Bible, you guys should be reading that every single day to strengthen your relationship with God. But anyway, guys, let's get on into book number one. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, guys, we're going to be going through 6 books to read in 2026. Now, I was going to do 5 books to read in 2026, but one of them is beneficial to people who are under 30 years old. So for those of you over 30 years old watching this video, I got 5 books for you guys to read in 2026. But if you're under the age of 30, then I have a bonus book for you to read, which will make it 6 books to read in 2026. I'm under 30, so I read this book once in my early 20s. I'm going to read it again this year because I'm about to hit 30 very soon, guys. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on into the first book, which is the book I was just talking about. This is the book that will benefit you if you are under 30 years old. The other books, I recommend everyone to read. So this book right here, guys, it's called 30 Things to Do When You Turn 30 Years Old. This is a very great book. The words are pretty big as well. It's a short read. Not too bad. It is, let's see, I think it's got a bunch of different authors. So you're going to want to get it, the one that's edited by Ronnie Sellers. I don't know if they made another one or not. It says this is the 2nd edition, but I'm going to reread this one. I might look up if they made even more of these, but this is definitely a great book to read for those of you guys who are under 30 years old. Just gives you life advice and gives you a different kind of perception on life, because a lot of people in their 20s, they don't really have a lot of life experiences. So people who are in their 30s wrote this, and they wrote it for people like me and you who are under 30 years old and want to get that experience without actually having to go out and experience it. So this is definitely one of the best pickups I recommend if you are under the age of 30 years old. Like I said, I read this one once, and I'll definitely be reading it again in 2026. The next book I have for you guys, I actually just started reading. I haven't read it all the way through yet, but this book just came out a few weeks ago, and it's on the list because even myself, I find myself doing this to my life. So the second book I have for you guys is Stop Self-Sabotage. It's by Dr. Judy Ho, PhD. I only read a few pages of this book, but I am definitely excited to read the rest of this book going into 2026. There's about 290 pages in this book. The words are pretty. It's like a standard book, guys. Not gonna lie. It shouldn't be a long read. At least in my opinion, it shouldn't be a long read. But I do recommend checking this book out. I don't have much to say about it other than it just came out. This is a newer book. This is also self-help. And also, if you feel like you self-sabotage your life, this book will help you overcome that. And it says on the cover, 6 steps to unlock your true motivation, harness your willpower, and get out of your own way. So if you feel like you're in your own way, if you're self-destructing your dreams, self-destructing your goals, if you're unmotivating yourself, I would pick up that book and read it. I'm still in the process of reading it, guys, so really can't say that much about it. But the next book I did read all the way through. There is another book I didn't read all the way through, though, but I read a little bit more of it, so I'll be able to give you guys a little more explanation. But book number 3, guys, is How to Talk to Anyone. This book is really great. I read it, I believe, last year, if I'm not mistaken. But this book is for this is another self-help book. A lot of these books are self-help or business because that's the stuff I tend to read. But this will give you 92 ways to talk to people. And it gives you little scenarios, but this book also is motivated based on the Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So this author took that book and kind of like gave a deeper light into it, because I did read How to Win Friends and Influence People, but even she says at the beginning of this book, all he tells you is what's it called? All he does is give you like a blueprint of how, like not how to, but he just gives you the blueprint of this is kind of like what people are expecting, not examples and little tricks to help you actually help in real life. He just gives you like the little step by step. He doesn't give you like everything in between, like how to actually say stuff and stuff like that. This book is definitely a great read if you want to make new friends, if you want to start making conversations with more people. I had trouble actually talking a lot more, but ever since reading this book, I find myself having conversations and being able to talk more to more people. So I definitely recommend picking this one up. By the way, if I didn't say this, it's by Leo Loudness. I think that's how you say her name. That's her name right there. But definitely recommend reading that book as well. That book definitely did change my life. For number 4, guys, the next book I have, this one I haven't read all the way through. I think I'm on chapter 4, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I just want to see where I am. I think I'm on chapter 4. Okay, I'm on chapter 7 actually. The 9-Figure Mindset by Brandon Dawson. This book is a business book. He goes through his life story and how he goes about starting a business, and how, I didn't get to this part yet, but he's gonna go how to go from 0 to over 100 million in net worth, not network. But I do recommend checking this book out as well if you're getting interested into business. And also, guys, the next 2 books are business books as well. So sorry if you guys were looking for more self-help books. I've read a lot of self-help books, but a lot of those books I read, it's kind of like a one and done type thing. These books are books you can actually read more than once and get experience from. So this 9-Figure Mindset book is definitely a book on my list in 2026. It came out last year, I believe, or the year before that. But this book is a good read, so definitely check that one out as well. The next book I have, guys, is for people who are looking to learn about business, learn about the business world. And this book is called Business is War. This is by J.T. Fox, guys. Also by Hugh Hilton. I think that's how you say his name. But this book was really good. I actually read it last year. He also made 2 more books since this one got released. I have not read either one. I do want to read the second one of this, which was about AI. I have not read it yet, though. Me personally, I don't like AI, but I do study up on it because that's what the world is going to be like. AI is just like technology was back in 2010, guys. In 2010, technology was new, and in 2020, AI is new. So in 2030, AI is going to be running the world, guys, whether you like to admit it or not. So I do recommend checking out this book. This book will give you the ins and outs of business, mistakes people make when starting a business, and he gives you examples of big corporations, why their businesses failed, and he also gives you like tips throughout the book on how to succeed, and like basically the ins and outs of all you need to know about business. It's all in one book, guys. I do recommend checking this one out. And before I get to my last book, guys, I do want to make an honorable mention. I should have said this at the beginning of the video. You know what, actually, I'll just put it in the beginning of the video. Let's just talk about the last book. So book number 6, guys, is The Millionaire, Fastlane. I read this book back in 2020. It is on my list of books to reread in 2026. I wanted to reread it this year, but it didn't happen. This book is a long read, so be prepared to read this this book for months. This book has a lot of chapters and a lot of ins and outs about how to handle money. And this book is also a business book, but also it tells you about 401ks, the 9 to 5 scam, and it's by MJ DeMarco, by the way, if I didn't say that. It was also the #1 business bestseller in finance and entrepreneurship. So he'll tell you about everything about finance as well. By the way, he does go through the book many times. He will tell you he is not a financial advisor. He tells you to research everything for yourself. Don't take his word for it, especially since the times change. But this book is still good to go through and read, just because even when times are changing, it is important to be able to know how money works. And he also goes through like Roth accounts and a bunch of other stuff. He goes through real estate as well in this book. This book is really good if you just want to know about money in general. So that's why it's on my list of books to read in 2026. But anyway, guys, before I let you guys go, those are the 6 books I recommend reading. If you're over 30, you only got 5 books to read, unfortunately, because that first book is kind of like for younger people like me. But anyway, let's go through the books one last time. We have 30 Things to Do When You Turn 30, Stop Self-Sabotage, How to Talk to Anyone, 9-Figure Mindset, Business is War, and The Millionaire Fastlane. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be trying to go on a super upload streak. I can't guarantee you guys videos after January when I go back to the gym, but I can definitely try to upload a lot in the next few days and into the upcoming weeks. But once I'm back at the gym, I can't guarantee you guys a lot of uploads, but I'll try my best. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.